Hi, my dears. Good morning and welcome to our physics class. Okay, so till now we have discussed the chemical effects of electric current and how we can test the electric current through a solution. That are things we have discussed, and in the last class we have discussed the chemical effect of electric current also. Okay, so now we are going to discuss a new thing, that is some interesting effect that is made by the chemical effect of electric current, that is electroplating. Okay, so what do you mean by electroplating? Have you ever heard this term electroplating? Hope you or some of you may heard about this electroplating, right? So what is electroplating? That we have to study. Okay, so you may wonder or you may identify that the band of new cycle has shiny handlebar and wheel rims, right? So the fresh new cycles have some shiny appearance, right? That is, their rims are somewhat like or silver, shiny silver color, right? Okay, and if there are if we made some accidental scratches, that means if we made some scratch on any sharp ended tool, what happens? That will make what some scratches are there, then we can find inside that, through that scratch we can find some other colors, right? That means it is not actually the silver. Okay, it is a silver coated, okay, or it is like aluminum coated, like that things. Okay, so it is not actually a silver, or if there is a scratch, if if these are accidentally scratched, the shiny coating comes off, revealing a not so shiny surface beneath. And you might have also seen the ornaments, the women's ornaments, like our rolled gold ornaments. You know what is rolled gold ornaments? It is not actually gold ornaments, it is only the gold color coated ornaments, right? So how it comes, or how we can coat something on some other some metal on another metal? How it is possible? That is possible, and that is, we can say, electroplating. That means it is possible only by using electricity. Okay, so how we can use electricity to coat some metal on another metal? That all things we are going to discuss. Okay, so go to your textbooks. That is, however, with repeated use of the gold coating wears off and revealing silver or some other metal beneath. That means the rolled gold ornaments will not have that much shiny appearance after some use, right? Okay, so that is with repeated use the gold coating wears off and revealing silver or some other metal beneath. That is not that much costly metals are beneath. That means some cheapest metals are made into some attractive gold like metal, right? Okay, that is what they did in gold covering, right? Or rolled gold ornaments. Okay, rolled gold ornaments അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഗോൾഡ് കവറിംഗ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നത് ചീപ്പസ്റ്റ് മെറ്റലിന് മുകളിൽ ഗോൾഡ് കവറിംഗ് കൊടുക്കുക, അതാണ് റോൾഡ് ഗോൾഡിന്റെ ഒക്കെ അത്ര നല്ല തിളക്കം ഫസ്റ്റ് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് തുടങ്ങുന്ന ആ ഒരു ടൈമിലേ ഉണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ. ദെൻ ആഫ്റ്റർ സം റിപ്പീറ്റഡ് യൂസ് then they will fade off, right? Okay, so here you have an activity. That activity will give you more idea about electroplating. So electroplating is that nothing but the process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity. സോ ഇലക്ട്രിസിറ്റി യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഒരു മെറ്റൽ മറ്റൊരു മെറ്റലിന്റെ മുകളിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മറ്റൊരു മെറ്റീരിയലിന്റെ മുകളിൽ കോട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന പ്രോസസ്സിനെയാണ് ഇലക്ട്രോപ്ലേറ്റിംഗ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, റൈറ്റ്? ഓക്കെ, സോ വി ക്യാൻ ഗോ ത്രൂ ദ ആക്ടിവിറ്റി 40.7 that will give you more idea what happens inside that, or how the electricity can produce this much of these kind of things that we are going to discuss. Okay. So the activity 14.7, we will need copper sulfate and 2 copper plates of size around 10 centimeter into 4 centimeter. That is 10 centimeter length and 4 centimeter width, like that things. Okay, so we need copper sulfate solution and 2 electrodes, that is 2 copper electrodes having this particular size. Okay, so take 250 ml of distilled water in a clean and dry beaker. Dissolve 2 teaspoons of copper sulfate in it and add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to copper sulfate solution to make it more conducting. Okay, so we know copper sulfate is a conducting or is a good conductor. Okay, so copper sulfate solution, how we can make copper sulfate solution? First of all, we have to take a beaker and it is filled with 250 ml of distilled water, and then we have to add 2 full teaspoons of copper sulfate solution, copper sulfate into that distilled water, that is 250 ml of distilled water plus copper sulfate. CuSO4 is the chemical formula of copper sulfate. So now we made copper sulfate solution by adding 2 teaspoons of copper sulfate into 250 ml of distilled water. So now we made 250 ml of copper sulfate solution. Okay, and to increase this conductivity, normally the copper sulfate solution is conducting. To increase that conductivity, we add a little sulfuric acid, a little amount of concentrated sulfuric acid into this solution, that will make it more conducting. Okay, so then add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to the copper sulfate solution to make it more conducting, and clean copper plates with a sandpaper. So we have 2 copper plates, right? There are 2 electrodes, right? Okay, 2 copper electrodes. So we have to clean that copper electrodes properly using a sandpaper, and now rinse them with water and dry them. First of all, we have to clean that and rinse them with water and then dry it again, and connect the copper plates to the terminals of a battery and immerse them in copper sulfate solution. So this copper sulfate solution be taken in beaker, and we have 2 electrodes, 2 copper plates, right? So one copper plate is connected to, this is one copper plate dipped inside or immersed in this copper sulfate solution, right? Okay, so this we immersed in this copper sulfate solution, and then what we have to do, it is connected to the 2 terminals of a battery. So one is connected to a positive terminal of the battery and another one is connected to negative terminal of the battery. Okay, so 2 electrodes are connected in 2 terminals, that is here we have positive terminal and here we have negative terminal. Okay, so these 2 electrodes are connected to the battery. So now the circuit is complete, right? Okay, so that means the copper sulfate solution is conducting. You know that copper sulfate solution is conducting, right? So when we dip these electrodes into this solution and then connected to the terminals of the battery, means now the circuit is complete, and now we know there should be a current flow through this circuit. Okay, the circuit is complete means there should be a current flow. Okay, so there should be a current flow. So allow the current to pass for about 50 minutes, and now remove the electrodes from the solution and look at them carefully. So after some time, so 50 minutes, we have to allow this current to flow through this circuit. Okay, so then we have to take these electrodes outside. Okay, so then what we can see we can see some changes in these electrodes. What is the change? Here, the electrode connected to the negative terminal have some coating of copper. It has some coating of copper. That is, do you find any difference in any of them? So we can find this experiment we have to do in our labs, but unfortunately we cannot do, right? So the result is that what the terminal that is the negative terminal connected to the plate, that is here we have two plates, two electrodes, two copper electrodes. So the copper electrode that is connected to the negative terminal have a coating of copper. ഒരു കോപ്പർ കോട്ടിങ് നെഗറ്റീവ് ടെർമിനലുമായി കണക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ഇലക്ട്രോഡിന് ഒരു എക്സ്ട്രാ കോപ്പർ കോട്ടിങ് നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ സാധിക്കും. റൈറ്റ്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ result. Okay, so how it happens? That is, what color is the coating? So the coating has a color of this copper. Okay, ഈ കോപ്പർ കോട്ടിങ് കോപ്പറിന്റെ ഒരു കളർ ആയിരിക്കും ആ കോട്ടിങ്ങിന് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുക. ആൻഡ് note down the terminal of the battery with which its electrode is connected. So the terminal is negative terminal. The electrode connected to the negative terminal has a coating of copper. So how it happens? What is the change actually happened inside this? So that is the chemistry or the effect of current that made such results. Okay, so when electric current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, the copper sulfate dissociate into copper and sulfate ion. So we have copper sulfate solution here. Okay, so when the circuit is complete, that means there should be a current flow. So we have copper sulfate solution. Okay, this is the chemical formula of copper sulfate. And when the electricity passing through this copper sulfate solution, what happens? This will split into its ions. That means here we have copper ions and sulfate ions. The copper sulfate solution will split into its ions, that is copper 2 plus ions and the sulfate 2 minus ions. So now from here you can see that copper is positively charged ions. Here we get positively charged copper ions and negatively charged sulfate ions. Okay, so this is the chemical change happened inside this solution when current passing through that solution. Okay, so this is the chemical change happened inside this solution. So what happens then? Then what happens? It has a positive charge, right? This copper 2 plus ions have a positive charge. So like this, there are so many copper ions inside this 250 ml of copper sulfate solution, right? Or the copper sulfate solution dissociate into its ions, and what happens? These copper 2 plus ions, that is having positive charge, it will migrate towards the negative terminal. Okay, that means here we have copper 2 plus ions, copper 2 plus ions, copper 2 plus ions, SO4 2 minus ions, like that. Okay, so all the copper 2 plus ions move into negative terminal, that means negative electrode. Okay, so these copper 2 plus ions will deposited on this negative electrode. So here we have, this is the negative electrode. Okay, and here we have the positive electrode. Okay, so the copper 2 plus ion move into the negative electrode and deposited on that negative electrode. Okay, so that is the change. That is why we can see a copper coating is deposited on the negative electrode. That means the electrode connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Okay, so the free copper gets drawn into electrode connected to the negative terminal of the battery and get deposited on it. But what about the loss of copper from the solution? And here we have copper sulfate solution and copper, then it dissociate when current passing through that solution, it dissociate into copper 2 plus and SO4 2 minus ion, and these copper 2 plus ions move into negative electrode and deposited on negative electrode, right? So what happens to that solution then? the solution will be a fewer amount of copper 2 plus ion, right? If it happens, then there should be a less amount of copper 2 plus. But the solution is balancing always. How it is balanced? That is, here we have a positive electrode, right? This is also copper electrode. Okay, so from here the copper electrode, the positive electrode release some copper 2 plus ions by releasing 2 electrons. Okay, so it dissociate or it release copper 2 plus into this solution. Okay, so positive terminal, we have positive terminal and negative terminal. What change happened in positive terminal? The copper, this is copper rod, right? Copper plate. So from here, the copper plate, when electricity passing through this circuit, what happens? This copper plate will give copper 2 plus ions into this solution. And when electricity passing through this circuit, the copper sulfate solution dissociate into copper ions and SO4 ions, and that copper ions will move into negative electrode and deposited on that negative electrode. So actually overall reaction we can say that the copper ions are transferring from positive electrode to negative electrode to deposited on this negative electrode. Overall reaction we can say like that. Okay. So that is from the copper ions are moving from positive electrode to negative electrode, we can say like that. But actually what happens, the positive electrode give copper ions into the solution, and that the solution when becomes copper ions and sulfate ions, that copper ions when go to negative electrode and deposited on that electrode, right? Okay, so that is happened during this electroplating. Okay, so from the other electrode, the copper plate, an equal amount of copper get dissolved in the solution. Thus, the loss of copper from the solution is restored and the process continues. Okay, so this means that the copper get transferred from one electrode to another. So actually, when we take the overall reaction, what we can see that the copper is transferring from one electrode to another electrode, right? Positive electrode and the negative electrode transfer ചെയ്യുന്നതായിട്ടാണ് നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റുക through this solution. Okay, so ആ സൊല്യൂഷൻ്റെ ഇന്റർമീഡിയറ്റ് ആയി നിൽക്കുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് പോസിറ്റീവ് ഇലക്ട്രോഡിൽ നിന്ന് സൊല്യൂഷനിലേക്ക് കോപ്പർ അയോൺസ് വരും. Then what happens, that solution, ആ സൊല്യൂഷനിൽ നിന്ന് then നെഗറ്റീവ് ഇലക്ട്രോഡിലേക്ക് വന്ന് കോപ്പർ അയോൺസ് ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ് ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നു. Okay, so overall copper ions are transferred from positive electrode to negative electrode through the solution. Okay, so this solution is, we can say that the solution is electrolyte. Okay, normally we take this as electrolyte, and these two copper plates we can say this as electrodes. Okay, so here you have given the definition of electroplating. So you should underline that. What is the process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity is called electroplating. Okay, so you should underline that definition of electroplating. And it is one of the most common application of chemical effect of electric current. So this is the most useful effect of chemical effect of electric current. Okay, so electric current chemical effect നമുക്ക് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു മെത്തേഡ് ആണ് electroplating. Okay, so what we have to do, whichever metals coating we have to give, that we have to take, or we should take as positive electrode, and on which metal we want to coat that, or we want to give the coating, that we have to take into negative electrode, right? That means whichever metals coating we have to give, that we have to take as positive electrode, and on which metal we have to coat another metal, that we have to take as negative electrode. അതായത് നമുക്ക് കോപ്പർ ആണ് പ്ലേറ്റ്, കോപ്പർ ഇലക്ട്രോഡ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കോപ്പർ കോട്ടിംഗ് മറ്റൊരു മെറ്റീരിയലിന്റെ മുകളിൽ കൊടുക്കണം എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് ഇഫ് വി ടേക്ക് ഹിയർ കോപ്പർ electrode and here we take a carbon electrode, what will happen? This copper will deposit on that carbon electrode, right? And if we take here a gold plate and here a copper plate, what will happen? If we take here a gold plate, here negative electrode is what? Copper. Negative electrode is copper and positive electrode is gold. What will happen? എന്തായിരിക്കും സംഭവിക്കുക? ഈ ഗോൾഡ് വന്നിട്ട് കോപ്പറിന്റെ മുകളിൽ പ്ലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യപ്പെടും, റൈറ്റ്? അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഗോൾഡ് ഓർണമെന്റ്സ് എല്ലാം നിർമ്മിക്കുന്നത്. കോപ്പർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചീപ്പസ്റ്റ് മെറ്റൽസ് എടുത്തിട്ട് അതിന്റെ മുകളിൽ ഒരു ഗോൾഡ് കവറിങ് കൊടുക്കുക. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ബൈ യൂസിങ് ദിസ് ഇലക്ട്രോപ്ലേറ്റിംഗ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഏത് മെറ്റലാണോ നമുക്ക് കോട്ട് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് അത് നമ്മൾ പോസിറ്റീവ് ഇലക്ട്രോഡായിട്ട് എടുക്കണം. ആൻഡ് ഏതൊരു മെറ്റലിന്റെ മുകളിലാണോ നമുക്ക്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഏതൊരു മെറ്റീരിയലിന്റെ മുകളിലാണോ നമുക്ക് ഈ മെറ്റൽ കോട്ട് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് അത് നമ്മൾ നെഗറ്റീവ് ഇലക്ട്രോഡ് ആക്കി എടുക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, സോ that is about electroplating. And electroplating is a very useful process. It is widely used in industries for coating metal objects with a thin layer of different metals. Okay, so electroplating has too many applications, or it have major advantages, right? So what are they? We can see the layer of metal deposited has some desired property which the metal of the object lacks. Okay, so if we plate a gold into a copper, what will happen? Gold have some shiny appearance and some goldish color, that is somewhat like a yellow color, right? So metal copper does not have this kind of properties, right? So metal കോപ്പറിന്റെ മുകളിൽ ഗോൾഡ് പ്ലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ആ കോപ്പറിന്റെ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി somewhat changed, right? കോപ്പറിന്റെ മുകളിൽ ഗോൾഡ് കോട്ട് ചെയ്തു എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്തായിരിക്കും? ആ കോപ്പറിന് ഗോൾഡിന്റെ ചില പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് എല്ലാം കിട്ടും. അത് ഷൈനിങ് അപ്പിയറൻസ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കും, അതിന്റെ കളർ ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യും. അങ്ങനെ ഡിസൈഡ് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് വരുത്താൻ നമുക്ക് ഈ ഇലക്ട്രോപ്ലേറ്റിംഗ് കൊണ്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് the layers of metal deposited has some desired property which the metal of the object lacks. And for example, chromium plating is done on many objects such as car parts, bathtubs, and kitchen gases burners, bicycle handlers, and wheels rims, and many others. So chromium plating ചെയ്യുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് എന്തെല്ലാം ഉപകാരങ്ങളാണ് നമുക്കുള്ളത്? ഷൈനിങ് അപ്പിയറൻസ് നൽകുന്നു, അതുപോലെ പെട്ടെന്ന് പെട്ടെന്ന് എന്താ പറയുക, ലോഹങ്ങൾ, that means metals like aluminum or copper, that all things will have some corrosion after some time, right? Some changes may be happen, that may be damaged. Okay, so chromium metals അത്ര റിയാക്റ്റീവ് അല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് ഈ ക്രോമിയം പ്ലേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ കൊറോഷൻ നമുക്ക് ഒരു പരിധി വരെ തടയാൻ പറ്റും, റൈറ്റ്? Okay, so that is why car parts and bathtubs, kitchen gas burners, bicycle handlers, wheel rims, and all many others are coated with this chromium. Okay, and chromium has a shiny appearance. It does not corrode and it resists scratches. Chromium less reactive ആണ് മറ്റു മെറ്റൽസിനെല്ലാം അപേക്ഷിച്ച്, and then it has a shiny appearance. Okay, so it looks like fresh and it looks like new. Okay, so it has a shiny appearance and it does not corrode and it resists scratches. However, chromium is expensive and it may not be commercial to make the whole object out of chromium. So chromium is too much expensive when compared to other copper and like that things. Okay, so it is impossible to made all the utensil made the whole the things by using this chromium. So what we can do is just a coating, just to give a coating of chromium, so that will make it look like it is a chromium the object is made up of chromium, right? So chromium ഉപയോഗിച്ച് full parts നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിലും chromium coat ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കാം. So that needs only less amount of chromium. Chromium plating വളരെ കുറച്ച് chromium യൂസ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. Okay, so that will give an appearance of chromium. Chromium കൊണ്ട് full chromium കൊണ്ട് നിർമ്മിച്ച ഒരു appearance നമുക്ക് ഒരു for a particular period നമുക്ക് അങ്ങനെ ലഭിക്കും. Okay, so that is the advantage of one advantage of electroplating. Okay, so the object is made from cheaper metal and only a coating of chromium over it is deposited. Okay, so generally makers electroplate silver and gold on less expensive metals that we already discussed about these rolled gold ornaments, like. Okay, so these ornaments have a appearance of silver or gold but are much less expensive. Okay, and tin cans used for storing food are made by electroplating tin onto iron. Tin is less reactive than iron, thus food does not come into contact with the iron and is protected from getting spoiled. Okay, so spoilage of food is prevented by coating these iron tins with tin. Tin is a metal that is less reactive than that of iron. Okay, so iron നെക്കാളും less reactive ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു മെറ്റലാണ് tin. So iron ബോട്ടിൽസിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും ഒരു ഷൈനി അപ്പിയറൻസ് ഉള്ള ഒരു മറ്റേ ഒരു ഗോൾഡിഷ് കളറുള്ള ഒരു കോട്ടിങ് കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ടിൻ. ഓക്കെ, സോ ആ ടിൻ പ്ലേറ്റിംഗ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് എന്താണ് ലഭിക്കുക? അയൺ പെട്ടെന്ന് മോയ്സ്ചറുമായിട്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫിയറിലെ എയർ മോയ്സ്ചറും ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ട് റിയാക്ട് ചെയ്ത് റസ്റ്റ് ഫോം ചെയ്യും. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഇരുമ്പ് തുരുമ്പിക്കുക എന്ന് കേട്ടില്ലേ? ഓക്കെ, സോ to avoid that rusting and to avoid the reaction between that food and iron, what we have to do, we can coat the iron tins with tin metal. Okay, tin is less reactive, so it will prevent the spoilage of food. Okay, and iron is used in bridges and automobiles to provide strength. However, iron tends to corrode and rust, and so a coating of zinc is deposited on iron to protect it from corrosion and formation of rust. Okay, so to protect iron from corrosion and rust, we use a coating of zinc over iron. Okay, so this is also an advantage of electroplating, and the coating of zinc over iron is also known as galvanization. Okay, galvanization എന്ന് പറയുന്നതും ഈ ഇലക്ട്രോപ്ലേറ്റിംഗിന്റെ ഒരു മറ്റൊരു ടൈപ്പാണ്. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് സിങ്ക് ഈസ് കോട്ടഡ് ഓൺ അയൺ. അയൺ ഗാഡ്ജറ്റ്സിൽ സിങ്ക് കോട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഗാൽവനൈസേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഗാൽവനൈസേഷൻ? Galvanization means the zinc is deposited on iron. Iron gadgets റസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൊറോഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിൽ നിന്ന് തടയാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഒരു സിങ്ക് കോട്ടിംഗ് കൊടുക്കുന്നതിനെയാണ് ഗാൽവനൈസേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദീസ് ആർ സം എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് ഓർ സം ഓഫ് ദ uses of electroplating that we found in our day-to-day life. Okay, so I hope you would have understood all the things that what we have discussed about this electroplating. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask me, and you should study up to this chapter for your term exams. Okay, so that is all about our chemical effect of electric current. Our chapter chemical effect of electric current is now completed. Okay, so we are going to wind up this chapter and quickly go through the summary given to you, that is what you have learned. So we have learned in this chapter some liquids are good conductors and some others are poor conductors, and most of the liquid conduct electricity are solutions of acids, bases or salts, right? And the passage of an electric current through a conducting liquid causes chemical reactions. Okay, so this is one important example, that is the chemical effect of electric current causes or we can use that chemical effect of electric current for electroplating. Okay, so the process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity is called electroplating. Okay, so you should study all these things and you should try to do the exercises given in the page number 180 and 181. Okay, try to do the exercises. While doing that exercise, if you feel any difficulty, you can ask me. Okay, so complete these notes and exercise before your term exams. Okay, so all the best dears, study well and do all the works before your exams and try or make notes and study well and read your textbooks thoroughly. Okay. Okay, dears, all the best, and we can meet in the next classes after your exams. Okay. Okay, children, once again, all the best and study well. Okay, thank you.